Welcome back to On Assignment for Alignment with I and Naima. And today we have a special guest, my bestest friend in the whole wide world, Kyla. Go ahead and tell us about yourself a little bit. Just give us like your name, your age, like what's T?
Okay. I'm Kyla. I am girl. The latter. But nah, I am 28 years young. And yeah, born and raised Charlotte, North Carolina. And I'm here to chat with my bestie and just, chat it up.
Okay, that's a vibe. So I think I just want to start with like, what's like a new epiphany that you've been having in your life lately? Like, where is it that your life is like headed? What's your main focus?
Um, good question. I definitely say an epiphany that I've been having is I totally feel like I've been running into the same people, just in different vessels.
Mm.
And they kind of like come up just sporadically in my life, and some of those individuals may be good for me, some of them may not, but it's like the more that it happens, I can identify with
Yeah.
like how I want to go about it. Um, so I definitely say like just with that alone has been, I don't know, just an epiphany for me. And then what was the second question? I'm sorry.
No, that's just more so what I was asking. Like, what was like an epiphany, like a main focal point of your life right now? So I think that was a good answer. Unless you wanted to like add to that, like, what's the main focal point as far as like where you're progressing, where you're going, you know?
Yeah. And I think the focal point of that just alone is to be able to identify and not be so naive and gullible to certain things or to certain faces or to familiarity. Familiarity can be beautiful, but in the same sense, it can be for me in particular, like I find that if I run into somebody that reminds me of someone or it just like a natural, I don't know, not a high, but it just makes you feel comfortable. And I feel like I definitely want to get out of being too comfortable in my life right now.
But that's how I feel. Like, I'm just in that space of like, everything is happening so fast. And I feel like I'm also in a space where like a lot of good shit is happening too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that space of like, mm, me even like focusing on that past shit in different faces and different bodies is like, okay, it's only gonna be like, it's like I'm focusing on so much good shit to the point where like if anything bad goes wrong,
Mm-hmm.
like I can just refocus on it, all of the good shit that's happening in my life, you know.
Exactly.
But I was gonna say that, do you feel like how you feel with like you running into the same people? Do you feel like that kind of goes with like a lesson of no matter like what the relationship is, like learn to like let it go? Like, how do you feel about that?
Um, yeah, like I definitely feel like I guess it all just depends on the situation for sure. When it's more platonic, I feel like it can be a lot more smoother to kind of figure out like what this is or whatever versus like romantic, it can kind of be a little more complicated.
And what makes it complicated?
Just for me, I feel like I can be super intense when it comes to romantic relationships and just definitely not it hasn't helped in my favor if I'm
Mm-hmm.
completely honest. So when I do run into people that remind me of certain people or certain experiences that I've had in the past, it can sort of be a trigger. So off the bat, I'm like, no, like this is not what I want to indulge in. And I have to stop like projecting in a sense of, because essentially everyone's not the same, you know,
Yeah.
that we have like things that like we can relate to people for sure, but everyone is their own unique individual. So I feel like in a way it could hinder me too from pushing people away when you really don't, get to know the person or whatever. But okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, I'm yes.
Okay. On um so what do you feel like has been like how have you been able to pivot with your diagnosis and with transitioning from, I don't know, just not being diagnosed to having the diagnosis, and like how have you been able to sort of pivot in a positive way and maybe in a not so positive way after receiving the news?
um, I could start with the. Okay, so I will say that I've been in therapy since 2019, so I've been working on myself for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my frustration, I know for a fact, my frustration throughout therapy has been the fact that like I haven't been able to put a name to like what I was going through
Mm-hmm.
other than like ADHD. But you know, like ADHD is one of those things that's like just organize your life. Like for me, that's what it was for me. And
Yeah.
like I found out like I'm organizing my life, my shit is together, like I'm good. I'm still fucked up. What's going on? You know?
Yeah.
So getting a BPD diagnosis really made me just put everything into perspective, and it made me just realize all of the shit that is exacerbating my symptoms. You get what I'm saying? So it's like people that I feel like I'm learning when it comes to people, like what type of people make me feel good and what type of people make me feel like shit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that's a big major fucking trigger for me. Like if I'm around people that's not my tribe, like it just something feel off, you know? Um, and I'm learning how to like listen to that more. I'm still a little like, I'm still like in that space of like naivete a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'm learning, and I'm like giving myself like that space to like learn that. Also drinking, bitch, I don't drink. I don't fuck around with that alcohol shit no more. That shit made me feel like shit, and I used to be wondering like, why the fuck do drinking feel so demonic to me? And every time I drink, I be like, damn, I be hella sad, hella depressed, hella fucking paranoid as fuck.
I
And
relate.
I'm like, I can't drink. That's literally what it is. I'm a symptom of BPD is paranoia. So it's like, it's literally making me more fucking paranoid. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's another thing. I actually ended up having an episode after going against my better fucking judgment and saying that I'm not going to drink anymore. I drank again, but it just resulted in like a terrible episode, and I feel a lot of shame for it. And I just don't like the cycle of feeling shame for having an episode. And I don't know, right now I'm just kind of feeling my feelings about it, but I'm about to put together a plan. I said I even want to go to like AA and like get me a sponsor and like reach out to people so that I can have like a community behind me, because I don't like the way that shit feels at all. And I don't want it to happen again. And that just is what it is. But also, I'm not in a space of like beating myself up about the episode and drinking. Um, I'm really not beating myself up. I'm just in a space of just analyzing that shit because it's not cool. It's not cool, especially when you like hurt other people, or I don't know, just get out of character when it's like you know that you're capable of like having self control and really just keeping yourself contained. And I know that I'm very self aware and I know what it is that I can handle and I can't handle. And it's like I keep telling myself that I can't handle alcohol. I can't handle alcohol. And just for me to turn around and drink and prove it to myself once again, it's more frustrating than anything. But now I'm like, okay, now I have to take a step further and really buckle down and like get my shit together, because I can't function like that. Just repeated cycles that just don't make sense and that are not only hurting me but other people, and it's not a good feeling at all. And one thing that I absolutely love about myself is the fact that, when I mess up, I always come back and I try again. And I keep trying and I keep trying and I keep trying until I get shit right. I've never given up on myself in my journey to be like my highest self. And from the outside looking in, it can look like I'm being hard on myself, but I'm literally fucking not. I literally just have shit that I want to do in this world. That's why I've gotten so far in life, because I have always been able to try again, get dust myself off and fucking try again, and really just
and hold my head to the fucking flame and say, bitch, you got this. And you're not no weak bitch. And you're always going to see yourself through your obstacles and your difficulties like you always have. And you don't have to succumb to the things that have plagued you in this life because they aren't who you are, you know? And you don't have to accept shit. You don't have to accept patterns just because they're a pattern that you didn't fucking ask for. Like, it's okay to change, you know? And that's one thing that I absolutely love about myself. But I said that because I kept rolling the podcast to edit it. And I was like, wait, look how cool it is. Like, my bounce back game is fucking fire.
Another thing is like creativity.
Okay.
Completely throwing myself into my creativity. Like it clicked to me as soon as my therapist was like, "Yeah, this is what we're dealing with." It clicked to me. I was like, "Oh, so that means I have to be creative because if I'm not creative, then I don't have an outlet for all this intense ass energy that I'm feeling within inside of me." So
Yeah.
now it's like I don't have a choice but to live in my purpose and to walk in my creativity fully and unapologetically, because if I stop and I try to put myself in these boxes that I've been trying to in the past, that's the
Mm.
shit that was making me explode. That's the shit that was making me feel like I wasn't living fully, you know, and making me feel so intense and making me feel like I got to take this shit out on people around me that truly do love me, even if like our relationships weren't what they were supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It's still love, but it's like it was so clouded because I wasn't living in my purpose. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that's really like pretty much it, and just being able to like, calm myself down in other ways has been like a big thing for me, because I feel like I used to just get paranoid and just kind of move off of that
Yeah.
rather than calming calming down and just realizing like, okay, I'm processing this intensity through trauma right now, and I need to
Mm.
process this shit through a logical fucking mind before I end up doing something that I will regret. I want to know, what was it about aesthetics that made you want to go into that field?
Oh.
Start from the busy beginning.
The beginning of time. Okay. I mean, on a personal level, my mother experienced something that was very kind of for her, um, that manifested like on her face, and
Mm-hmm.
it left like scarring. Um, and I just seen, you know, how that her her mental, just how appearance alone, just, you know, like once you see somebody like you're already making out, you know, like trying to figure out like, oh, why does this person look like this, or like like understand the person or the first thing that you see. So just alone, you know, I definitely got into it because, for one, I just want to just feel beautiful within their skin alone. Um, I love makeup and beauty and all that stuff, but I feel loving yourself like skin deep is just my, I don't know, just my prerogative. And so I definitely say like that experience alone definitely me into wanting to sort of help the community, like help people who have experienced scarring and things on the face, kind of help them feel more beautiful as themselves versus having
Yeah.
to rely on outwardly things. So
Yeah.
I think that's like the main reason.
So what like age did you start to like realize that? Like how old were you when you started to realize that?
I was, gosh, I was still in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to be maybe 18, like 17, 18, around that age. Um, yeah. And I always just had a passion just alone for beauty. I mean, you know us, I mean, clearly, but you know, like we've always been to fashion and like beauty and just like that whole realm. I've always sort of been like immersed in that in a way. So I knew that I wanted to be part of, you know, that world some way, shape, or form, whether it was, you know, doing hair or not really makeup, but just something in the beauty realm. I want to be
Yeah.
in tune and sync.
You want to be in tune. It's so cool because I feel like we've always been very aligned, but just when you said that just now, like the skin deep is what you want people to love about themselves the most. And I'm like, my mission is literally for people to feel secure within themselves, like on a mental level. Like I love myself wholeheartedly. I feel worthy of everything good in life. And I just love that like we have different lanes, but our message is literally the fucking same. Like, bitch, love you.
Yes.
Love you. You know what I'm saying?
Longer.
So that's bringing me to where do you see your brand being in 5 years?
Okay.
And second part to that, how do you see us collaborating together?
Oh, well, I can start off with how I can see us collaborating.
Okay.
I see us collaborating in a way of this, like sharing our stories and being able to be vocal about helping the community in some way, whether it is talking about skin or even on a deeper level of diabetes and things like that, like mental health, all of that. I want to be able to talk more about it and have a conversation in that way. But I mean, I know you love beauty too. So I mean, whatever lane, I'm not gonna speak too much on the pod, but whatever you choose, whatever lane you choose to do, I'm definitely sure it will be aligned with sort of what I'm doing now.
On assignment for alignment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, and then as far as the business lane or where I want to be in 5 years, I just want to just perfect my craft. Like, of course, I do want my own space, something to call my own, but I'm also just I'm okay with whatever comes out of it, just as long as like I'm still doing the craft in some way, shape, or form, and like educating people. You know, I'm good with that. So.
Yeah. Okay, just educating people. I love that.
Yeah,
And
I'm a teacher and I need the school. And I'm so
yeah, color Professor Kai. No, for real, friend. But I don't know. You know me. I've always seen you being like this whole empire when it comes to your brand, like doing panels, talking about how just self-esteem and aesthetics collide. Really just schooling people on that. Yeah, I definitely see you like with your own everything, but it's your journey, and I'm here with you every step of the motherfucking way, bitch. You know me. But I see your empire being very huge. I always say, like, once you realize like how powerful you are, like the world is not gonna be ready for you, bitch. Like they're not gonna be ready for you. They're gonna you lit liquors, they're not gonna be ready. They're not gonna be ready. Streets are gonna be done, bitch, okay? And I don't know. I don't know. I just think you're amazing, and I think that, you know, you're gonna see how far you can go, like just the more that you like stay in your lane. Like I've literally seen you, bitch. I seen you on a generational run before, bitch. Like it was so inspiring just seeing you like go from one stage of your life to like the next, where you just like stacking bread, stacking bread, stacking bread. It's like, bitch, I'm gonna get this, and you actually fucking did it. So it's like, when you are in like your grind mode, when you in your mode of like, I got some shit to do, bitch, nobody can stop you. It's that's what it is. You be in full Aries mode. Like, bitch, this is mine. I'm conquering, and nobody can fucking stop me. You know?
thank you, friend.
You welcome, friends. So,
And
yeah,
and
yeah.
that because I just want to give you, just show love and I admire you deeply, like deeply, honey. And we just gotta let the people know that she's really the blueprint here. My girl started her own hair. Do you mind me talking about that?
Girl, I don't care. Go
Okay.
ahead. Talk about your bestie.
Yeah. I really feel like Io was really the first to me, like from what I saw. Because you know the chatty patties thing. But anyway, she was the first person to really do like this, like Instagram shit. Like as far as doing the photo shoots for us, she had a brand, a hair brand at the time. I don't know if you want me to say the name or anything. We'll probably just leave that.
I don't care. I want we can say it because I might even rip off Miss Mama's one day.
Okay. Yeah. So had a brand called New Canvas. And I just loved, for one, I love the name of it. I love just the simplicity of how you just curated everything. The hair, you know, like she was buying hair by the bulk, honey, and selling that shit. But like really doing this hustle shit in high school, you know what I'm saying? To setting up photo shoots, to, you know what I'm saying, just connecting with people through socials. And social media like really didn't start popping off until we hit high school. So I like you really hit the shit ground running. What is it? That's the saying? Ground running.
Hit the ground running.
Hit the ground.
They know what the fuck you saying.
Started, you know?
Yeah.
So I just find that just so admirable. Like that is just, that already just shows like how fearless you are. And also to just be able to still to this day, like I'm telling our age a little bit, but that was about 10 years ago, man. For you to still be like doing this is just like, whoa, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah. My girl been on her one twos.
I was in my motherfucking twos. Thank you, sister. I received that in Jesus' name, amen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, friend, like, hey, let me tell y'all something about my friend. My friend been with me since for every step of the motherfucking way. Like, you literally we've been each other's fucking support system since day fucking one. Like, I want to talk about y'all. Let me tell y'all how we became friends. So, we was in high school. We was like 13, 14. Middle school, yeah. 13. Well, we was in middle school together, but we really didn't like talk like that until high school. And this girl, okay, she used to come to school like let me tell y'all, she used to come to school and me and her would either in middle school we had the same phone.
That's what I said, middle school. It started in middle school.
We had the same phone. We had that cricket phone. And then we was the first ones that had Blackberries. Bitch, we was always ahead of our fucking time, bitch.
We always had
yeah. We always was ahead of our time. And then after that, when we got to, but we didn't talk like that. We just in passing, we was like, okay, girl, like, you know, like that type of vibe. Yeah. And then when we got to high school, we would like compliment each other outfits and stuff, right? But let me tell y'all something about Kyla. Kyla got like this little shady ass voice that she be doing, but I'm not gonna expose her. And she did it one day, and I didn't really put the pieces together until like a few years later because I didn't, you know, I was still getting to know you. But she got this one little shady voice, and she did it one day when I had one little outfit on. But to this day, she'd be like, I thought your outfit was cute. Like, I thought it was cute. I'd be like, girl, okay, girl. But we used to always just compliment each other outfits. Like, you know, like, we was sisters from the beginning. If you really think about it, like
our story is just, and then I just love that we're able to be open about jealousy too.
Yeah.
I feel like when we had that conversation, I just knew that like you're my person.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of women, especially, are able to vocalize their jealousy of another woman. You know,
especially a friend. You know,
a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that is a natural thing. Like it's a natural feeling. It's not abnormal. You know, I feel like it's so much taboo and there's like this whole terrible stigma of it when really, I mean, what did Drake say it? He said jealousy is love and hate.
At the same time, yeah.
And that really, I mean, I believe that's what it is. Like, I love this person so much, but I also just like envy this person because like why she that and I don't. Have a dialogue about that, and I love that we, you know, just were able to have that conversation and be open up.
I love it too. I love that we was able to have that conversation because I think that that's really what, like you said, really solidified our sisterhood. You
For sure.
know, because it's like, bitch, we can talk. If we could talk about why we are jealous of one another and really get through it, bitch, we could talk about any fucking thing.
Anything.
Anything. Like that's like the pinnacle of like girlhood because we live in a society where they try to make women feel so much lack within ourselves so
Yeah.
that when we see another woman have something that we don't have, automatically it's gonna bring out something inside of us that's like, damn, like, and that's not for everybody, bitch. Okay, I'm not talking about everybody. So if you feel like you ain't never been jealous, bitch, that's you. Bye. But
And that's a damn lie, but cause girl, people, this whole delusional shit too. Like, I get it, but it's like, let's be fucking for real.
yeah.
Like, come on, like, stop. You really can't trust people who lie to themselves.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you're right, bitch. You right.
Like, if you're literally sitting here lying to yourself and saying you've never been jealous or you never like felt a way about your friend or somebody or family, whoever is doing, or not, they're doing something better than you or whatever the case, like, it's okay. It's a natural feeling, mama.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, it wasn't meant for you.
Oh, and that's all. That's all. That's all. Like, move on, mama. What happened? Like,
Yeah.
And that's like, I don't know. It's just like us being able to have that conversation. It's like this the bitch that's going with me every fucking where, and vice motherfucking versa. Wherever she go, bitch, I'm on them heels. Wherever I go, she on my motherfucking heels. Like, don't play with us, And it's like, I think that people, like, when it comes to the whole jealousy shit, people let that shit get out of control. Like, the fact that we was able to have that conversation, and it's like, and I think what really fucked my head up, bitch, about the whole thing with us is like when we finally had that conversation, and then I got to, it kind of freed my mind in a way. And I was able to see what our energy is like together. Like, bitch, we are amazing together. We are literally like, I always feel like anything, I always say this to myself, like, bitch, I can go through anything as long as I got my best friend. Like, I don't give a fuck, But when we are together, like, to see us like master a fucking room together, like, I don't know if you ever paid attention to it, but when we out, like, people love our energy together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't even imagine us allowing some petty ass shit like jealousy to even get in the middle of us. Cause like, girl, bitch, we gonna talk about it. What's tea?
Yeah.
You feeling some type of like, bitch, you don't gotta feel it, because if I got it, you got it, bitch. And if you got it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, lack.
It's so weird. It's so weird. And I hate that it's the comment, like, just the word alone, it has so much stigma around it. It's so unfortunate, but
Yeah.
we conquered that, and we have so much to learn. Like, I mean, you've seen me through every like important stage of my life. Seriously.
That's first.
So it's like, yeah, I ain't got nothing but love for you.
Ain't got nothing but love for you, baby.
Okay. Well, we gotta
Bitch, you funny. But for real, like, I don't know, I'm just excited. I see so much like good shit for us like coming.
Me too.
And like, bitch, when I say I see big shit happening for us, and like, bitch, okay, like, I see you at like skincare conventions. I'm in the bitch, I'm in the audience taking pictures. Like, you're doing amazing, sweetie. Like, Essence Festival. Like, bitch, you need to get in your content bag because bitches are ready to post. Okay. And then on top of that, bitch, you're not only beautiful, but you're funny as fuck. Bitch, you're hilarious. Every time we're around new people like, this bitch, they be like, Kyla is funny. I'm like, tell me about it. Like, tell me about it. Bitch is hilarious.
Like, yeah, I was a comedian in my past life. Like, people really maybe it's
no, for real. Okay. No, for real. Like, I see so much for us. Like, I see myself at like Essence Fest, bitch. I see myself like brand trips, everything. But I don't know how any of that is gonna come to me. But or to you, but we're gonna let God do the magic, and we just gonna stay in our path and walk our motherfucking walk and talk our motherfucking talk. Cause what else we gonna do?
And that's the beauty too, that I've been like trying to just allow life to flow naturally. I was having a conversation earlier, and we were just talking about you can't be in control of anything. You know, like I feel like because the person I was talking to, their main thing was control, 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 and I'm like, you can't, like, that can't be the focal point of life. Like,
Yeah.
free of control and just allow things to flow gracefully. You know, allow God control of what He needs to take control of. We absolutely have the power to, you know, choose and to make our own decisions. Absolutely, but understanding, like, if things don't go the way you feel like it should have gone, it was for a purpose.
Yeah.
It's
I
totally
agree with that.
a lesson, and you may not get it instantly. Shoot, you may not get it in this lifetime, but
Maybe you may not give a fuck thing in this life.
Okay, you might not, because people are so disconnected from self, like, to where like, unfortunately, people will not, that some people just won't learn. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I got a little dark, a little bit. You know what I mean?
No, I mean that's not dark. That's really the truth. Like that's one thing that I had to come to grips to is like everybody not gonna learn everything in this life. Like shit, even us, we're not gonna learn every lesson. Like, bitch, it's too much to learn for us to learn every motherfucking thing in one little ass lifetime. You know what I'm saying, bitch? You get an average of 70 years. I'm not doing all that learning. I need breaks in between. I need to rest. Oh,
You know me, baby. I'm gonna rest
and I'm gonna take that nap.
too.
I'm gonna take that nap, okay?
Maybe I'm
But,
gonna. I'll worry about
but I will say, in the words of that, when I say like everybody not gonna learn everything, it's some people that really came here to like not have a lot of fucking intelligence.
that.
And I'm learning that because I remember when I posted that jealousy video, it was a lot of Christians in the comments, no shade, okay? You know, I love the Lord. But there was in the comments like, oh, jealousy is a demon. If you have to reduce something down to a demon, just say that you are not knowledgeable on what's going on. Because it's nothing that you can do like quicker than a fucking Google search.
Yeah.
Where does jealousy stem from? It's not a demon, babe.
Not
It's partially spiritual, yes, I agree with you.
for sure.
But another side of it is like you need to be on the ground because faith without works is dead. You can't just. I saw a lot of girls in the comments like it was breaking my heart. Like I was trying to just pray to God that I don't feel this way, and it's like you got to deal with it.
Yes.
You got to deal with it. Faith without works is dead. Like you cannot just pray the jealousy away, baby. You got to do the actual fucking work. You know, you got to and really like the cure to jealousy is turning yourself up. Like really just focusing all the way in on yourself and on your gifts. And I feel like I'm finally in a space where I and that's what I mean. Like all of this shit really worked together. Like I feel like for a long time I was trying to pray it away. I was trying to pray it away, but it always found a way to come back. And what really went and got it out of my system is me being able to go to therapy and pray.
Yes.
And use the techniques from therapy in my actual life. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And like, and now that I got the diagnosis, that's what it all clicked for me is like I'm jealous because I'm not walking in my purpose.
Yeah.
So now that I'm like fully in it, I'm like I literally don't see shit else because I don't even want to go down that road. You get what I'm saying? It's so easy to go down that road of like looking at what everybody else doing and like seeing what you know what I'm saying, seeing what somebody else doing and then comparing y'all lanes. And it's like, and I feel like I was preaching this before I was actually practicing it. So it's like now that I'm actually in that energy of like I have to stay in my lane.
Yes.
I have to stay in my lane. It's not just about prayer. Prayer is a part of it, yes, but that work, baby, you got to do that work. Like
and not people will want to do that because work can be difficult and it can be hard, and a lot of times facing things that you don't want to acknowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like once you get over that, understanding that you have to sort of face that head on and see it for what it is and be like, okay, this happened or I experienced this, or whatever the case may be, but coming on the other end of that and not harboring on a lot of times. I know my family, you know, a lot of alcoholism and just addiction itself has stemmed from people not wanting to get on the other side of the pain that they may feel,
Yeah.
you know, and a lot of that you are suppressing things. You may feel like, oh, I'm praying and I'm praying, you know, and nothing is changing. Well, nothing's going to change, babe, if you're praying, but you're still doing the same things.
Yeah.
Have not changed. You're not
Yeah.
showing God that you want to change. You're praying to him as if like he's going to fix it all. Babe, he gave us so much power, like so much power and strength.
To pull from.
There are so many able-bodied people out here, and even non-able-bodied people that are still out here crushing it
Okay.
in the work. So I
Mm-hmm.
no excuse.
Yeah.
Stop
It's
feeling,
really.
you know, and I grew up as a Christian, you know, and I still believe in the religion in a sense, but I'm also more so on a wave of more spirituality and
Yeah.
finding ways of connecting with God, with the higher source in other ways other than just feeling like I have to pray away my pain.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you need to be silent
You just shut the fuck up.
and not think a damn thing by my mouth.
No, for real. I feel that. Like sometimes, honestly, like when at nighttime. Okay, so in therapy, like my therapist made it like a big thing for me to start doing like nighttime routines, right?
Mm.
And sometimes I'll play like my little music that put me in a good mood,
Mm.
stuff like that. But sometimes, bitch, dead silence. I don't want to hear a fuck thing.
Nothing. It's like I'm driving and I'm like, I don't turn that shit off.
For
Turn the ruckus off. I'm tired. I'm tired.
like, what we gonna do about that mouth?
What about that mouth?
That mouth. Shut it off.
Let's shut it down. It's annoying.
It is, and it's also like, bitch, I like to yap for a living. Like, I want to yap for a living. I don't want to hear this shit all day. I don't want to hear that shit.
Even just okay. Anyway,
Girl. Sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up. Especially like in my mornings, bitch.
mm-hmm.
I want to hear shit. Please. I'm not in the fucking mood. Like, unless I'm in the mood to hear some shit, like in the morning, please don't interrupt me. You know?
Don't.
Girl,
I'm gonna ask you a question.
what's tea?
So what are like some tips that you would give us, like some morning routine tips or nighttime routine tips that you have been implementing to sort of, you know, soothe yourself more or make you feel more 100% during the day?
Okay, so let's start with my nighttime. My nighttime, first of all, scrape that dirt from the day.
It's sad that you gotta tell people to do that. Sad you gotta tell people to take a damn bath.
Girl, you got to scrape that dirt off from that day first and
Numero
foremost.
uno.
Girl, we clowning. You funny as hell. But after I do that, like I just make sure that everything. I'm just very intentional about everything that I do after that. Like when I'm lotioning my body down, I mix some lotion with a good body oil.
Okay.
And I got like my bedtime scent perfumes that I wear. I put that on. And then when I'm doing my skincare, you just introduce me to like the gua sha. So I do my gua sha routine, open up them lymph nodes,
Okay.
get that blood circulating. Okay. And I've been doing that. But I will say before I get in the shower, I make sure I take a walk. every day I take a walk. And that's just my time to like talk to God and like tell him that I'm grateful for everything that he has done for me. Like whatever, anything, like really, especially whenever anything exciting happens, I'll be so ready to go on my walks because I'm like, I cannot wait to tell God thank you for this, you know. Like I say it in the moment, but like to really have like that one-on-one time with God, like I leave my phone in the house when I go on my walks and everything. And like I'm just like, God, thank you. Like I say like my little Lord's Prayer, and then after that I just go into everything that I'm grateful for, you know. And then maybe I'll like, if I'm feeling any like distress or anything, I'm like, God, like please show me like which way to go, blah 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 blah, those type of things. Come that house, scrub that dirt from that day off, okay. Dry off, do my lotion, my body oils. I make sure I'm just like being intentional about rubbing my body, like okay, like I am worthy, I am safe, like I do that. And then when I'm done with oiling and lotioning my body and my washing and all of that and my skincare, put on my pajamas. I always make sure that I have on like really cute pajamas. Sometimes I don't have pajamas.
Good
Because
pajamas.
if I'm not feeling it, like I'm not going.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's usually like my menstruation weeks, you know?
Yeah.
But I have on like some cute pajamas, like, you know, like the feminine vibes, okay?
Yeah.
I love a good pajama set, everything like that. And yeah, and I make sure that I have on some really cute pajamas because I want to feel good.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'll do like my EFT tapping. So I'll do like tap up here, tap down here, down like that, collarbone, do my little butterfly tapping. And I'm just saying, like, I am safe, I am worthy all over my body. And then I'll do like some brushing on the body as well, just to like calm my nervous system. And if I'm feeling extra anxious that day, bitch, I'm gonna get down on that floor and I'm gonna do them stretches, them somatic stretches, okay? Because I need to know, like, what's going on? Where we feeling this at? Like, I need to get rid of this anxiety. I don't like it,
Right.
and I don't like to feel that way. And I lay my ass in that bed.
Good night. When he say, get off that phone, turn that light out in bed.
Get in that bed, okay?
I love that. And then, what would you say your morning routine is?
Morning. Okay, so I've been going to the gym lately.
I peeped. Come on, cause baby.
Yeah, cause you know I'm moving. I gotta be
right now, honey. My snatched.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, I'm moving soon, so I want to be like snatched when I go to my new city because I want to be like, Kyla. When I say I feel like so many good things are on the fucking way, bitch, like I feel them coming. Like I really do feel them. So I've really just been trying to get just take a holistic approach to it. Like make sure I'm being very intentional with everything. So I've been going to the gym. I'm waking up early as fuck too. Like 6 a.m, girl, getting down to the gym, period. Okay. Down to the gym. And then I think like when it comes to gym, I feel like we get intimidated by it because we see social media and like what social media has made working out to be. But literally I just go and I do 20 minutes on a Stairmaster, and I've been saying to myself, like, I want to add maybe like some glutes and some abs to my workout.
Yeah.
Nothing too strenuous though, like just something simple to make sure I'm working out my muscles, because I think I heard a lady say like you have to like work your muscles out. You have to like use them so that they don't get weak, you know? So I was like, okay, like let me start to implement more things, you know, but I'm just gonna do it like one at a time. Yeah. Because it don't have to be everything all at once. And girl, I come home and I take me a nap.
Night.
Put on some background noise, put on me a little show.
What would it say? Love that.
You know? But yeah, but you literally, I've always like seen you do a lot of self-soothing things. So tell us about like what are the things that you do to like soothe yourself and like, you know, just kind of do you ever like feel anxious? Like what do you do to kind of, when you ever at that threshold of like, bitch, all right, enough is enough with the anxiety and the depression, bitch. Like we gotta get up and get active. What's your routines?
Well, things that help me soothe myself be cleaning. And cleaning always felt like a task for me, but now it just feels more of, I don't know, it's just kind of, it's therapeutic.
Mm-hmm.
I love like clean
Yeah.
baseboards, really mopping, sweeping up everything, cleaning out the refrigerator, you know, kind of like reorganizing things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an Aries, so I am a very messy person. I kind of just throw shit around, you know. Um, I try to keep things a little organized, but in reality, sometimes I
Be like, okay.
just shit. When you live alone, honey, you ain't gotta worry about anybody. Worry about.
Okay. Coming up with my shit and judging, girl, fuck you.
Okay. So yeah, when I start to feel like, okay, it's time to get up, it's time to really start cleaning, I definitely would throw on in with no like words. So whether I love like jazz music or just some like instrumentals, help like calm the mind, where I'm not like thinking, about like what's being said or watching anybody or anything like that. Like I just want to kind of, in a sense, listen to just slow music and kind of clean up. I love, love, love hot yoga. That is something that I will always, be into. I got into yoga, I want to say more recently. Maybe, I mean, I've always done it, but hot yoga, I would say I got into it maybe like 3 years ago, a little more consistent with that. So I do love to take like classes here and there. I feel like it really helps like purge the body and just anything dealing with skincare, guac, I love that. Um, Sort of just giving my face like a facial, putting on a mask or a foot mask, something like that. And then I, of course, put up a nice little, maybe smoking something that the Lord blessed us with. And
Okay.
yeah, putting on a good show and kind of like that's kind of what helps me relax.
Yeah.
I would say journaling and all that stuff. I haven't journaled in a while. I know that it can be helpful for me for sure. I just gotta get back into it. But
Yeah. I haven't journaled either. My therapist been telling me like you need to journal, but I just haven't been like I've been more into just like doing shit because if I'm doing shit, like I'm releasing energy from my body that just I don't want into my body. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But yeah, I really love your self-soothing routine. I always have admired that about you is the fact that like you, bitch, you gonna do some yoga, you gonna stretch that body, okay, and you gonna get out the house, okay.
and I'm gonna sit in this house, baby.
Okay.
Okay.
But no, but you be going outside. Like that's one thing. Like when I move, like that's one thing that I want to start to do more. Like get out the house. Like actually, you going to a hot yoga class. I want to like go to like different things. Even if I'm not like consistent in every week, like just something to release my energy from my body. I was saying like I want to maybe do like tennis lessons or something. Um, child, something to just get me going. Get me going. And get my mind out of because girl, I live in my head. I overthink all the time. I'm always trying to control the outcome, control the future. And it's like I just need to get out into the world and do things so that I can let go of all of because it's harmful. Like overthinking is hella harmful. Like it's like the root of all fucking anxiety for real. With you about to go into like your nursing program, what is like the purpose of that? How does it connect to like your business? How does it connect to you like building clientele? How does it connect to like your personal mission and your purpose in this world? I want to know what's tea. Give us the tea, sister.
Yes. 1 second.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yes. So I am going into nursing. Nursing. So I want to be more of a medical esthetician. So what that entails is that we can do procedures like Botox, fillers, microdermabrasion. Well, you can do microdermabrasion, not with a nursing degree. More invasive procedures that are more driven versus what I'm doing now. Like facials is amazing, but I just want to up and a notch up. What got me into wanting it, because a lot of my clients now that I have working at the spa, they're interested. Like they want certain procedures, and I sort of build a good clientele there to where they are like in me. That they will want, to receive certain procedures done for me. So just for people to see something in that way and are trusting of me, of course, like a confidence boost, and it definitely want to, push myself into that field. So I love anything wellness, beauty. So I'm just like, it makes sense. Like I just, and
Yeah.
I want to see what it do. A little something with her. I wouldn't go, and I don't blame the people who do, but
You said what?
I said I wouldn't go crazy, on myself.
Yeah.
I have to
I
try.
see what you mean by that. That's very. Are you excited?
I'm nervous, but I'm excited for the outcome. I'm nervous because school has not always been my strong suit, and not because it like can't be. It's just because of my lack of confidence within myself. I feel like going to school and really thinking through takes confidence.
Yeah.
Of course it takes, not really. I mean, of course, to know what you're doing, like, going to school and actually learning and taking in the knowledge of that. But you have to have confidence within going into school and learning the things and being confident, taking a class and going through like 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. I mean, it's crazy. So I feel like I'm at a stage in my life where I'm so much more confident within myself, and I'm like, I want to do it. Why not? Like, it would just lead me into such a beautiful direction.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel like, oh, that's what I wanted to ask. In what areas do you feel like you have lacked confidence, and in what ways has like that held you back in life? And how do you want to fix that moving forward?
That's a good question. Thank you for that. I definitely say my shyness, me feeling, and like when you meet me though, like people always say, like, don't give me shy. Like, even on this podcast, I'm stumbling over my words. I'm feeling like I'm not interpreting or articulating myself the way that how I want people to like understand me. But I'm also like, girl, just be you, Like stop trying to allow things to be so like perfect. Allow yourself to have your quirky ways and weird and awkward ways and whatever. Like just you. So I definitely feel like me feeling like I'm shy and me sort of being like being fearful of being perceived as well has held me back for years. Because I'm so just, in a way, I am to myself. Like growing up as a child too, I definitely feel like I've just gotten accustomed to experiencing things. I don't know, this sounds like crazy. Not alone because I have like a beautiful, great family. But in a way, yeah, kind of alone. So sometimes I feel like it's not worth it in a way. But now we're in media and everything. I'm like, girl, pop your shit.
Okay.
Like, why not?
Yeah. So that's how you feel like you want to move forward, like you want to start like just putting yourself out there more, like regardless of if you feel shy on the inside or not. It's like, this is me. I'm Kyla.
Mm-hmm.
And it's either you gonna like me or you not, bitch. Like, what's tea?
See, yeah, and that's really what it is at this point. I'm like, allow yourself to be you and stop trying to be so perfect at everything.
Mm.
I've have had a lot of like opportunities come my way. Um, people want me to talk on their podcast like or um, little segments or just things like that. Like people see that within me, and I'm just like, wait, me? Like what? And then I feel all awkward and like weird about it. But it's like out of that, shake that off, understand that I don't know, you're more powerful than you think. And that's not just for me, like that's for the viewers as well. Like you are so powerful. Like you have so much charisma and goodness to yourself that it will be a shame
Yeah.
like that you put that on the back burner just
Yeah, you want to hide.
yeah. It's like show yourself like you add value to the world.
Yeah, I'm really excited for you. I'm excited to see you like put yourself out there more, cause bitch, you amazing. I think you the best thing since sliced motherfucking bread, bitch. Okay, so so yeah, like girl, and I I saw this thing where it was like I think it's a book called like Year of Yes, where she just say yes for like a whole year to like every single opportunity that came her way, and it's like you should try. I'll try it with you. Let's fuck it. Let's do it. Let's
that
do it. Okay,
we could totally
but, huh?
I say yes, we should totally do that.
We definitely should.
Always just
Mm-hmm.
hey,
And
child.
I feel like I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was asking you that because I feel like I relate to that a lot. But I think just in a different kind of way. I feel like for me, my lack of confidence came from the fact that like I didn't have the human validation, you know? Like for me, I always felt it in me, but like the fact that it never translated to like other people, that's what always threw me off. I'm like, damn, I think I'm great. Y'all bitches don't see it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be like, damn, like,
I'm
awesome.
already
I don't see how the fuck y'all don't see that. But, it's like I had to really go through that pain and like those cycles of feeling like I'm not enough for other people for me to finally get to a space where I'm like, fuck it, we doing it. And even now I still have times where I'm like, cause I had one of my mutuals hit me up and we about to have a meeting on Tuesday. We were supposed to have a meeting like 2 weeks ago, but something came up. And she was like, I could see you doing like one-on-one sessions, Kyla. As soon as she said that, my brain was like, fuck no, I'm not doing no one-on-one sessions. But I'm glad that some time, and when she had to reschedule our meeting, I was like, it's a reason for that.
yeah.
Now that some time has gone by, I'm like, I'm coming around to the idea more. I'm like, I have a lot of knowledge and I don't want to just keep giving everything away for fucking free.
Exactly.
And like charging for my energy because this work is a lot. Like
It's
constantly giving out your energy is a lot and you should be compensated for, putting your energy out there. But I think that like in my mind, like that's another confidence barrier for me. It's like I don't feel like that worthiness of that because it's like sometimes honestly that's just part of the work of like getting to a space of like worthiness and like having that confidence to like actually charge because on one hand I'm like I don't want to be seeming like I'm a scammer because scamming, and they scamming the people and it's like I don't want to be seen as that kind of person, because I value people. Like I genuinely value people. I value community. I value building, relationship building. And I don't want to be seen as that kind of person. But on the other hand, it's like, bitch, you gonna keep giving it out for free? Like, what's tea? You know? And then it's like, I don't know. So now I'm just kind of like coming around to it. And I feel like when it comes to this confidence shit, like it's really like a journey, just like everything else.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just you constantly, all of us in the world, constantly having to tell ourselves, like, bitch, we got this. We can do it. We can do it. And like, and not only can we do it, but we are worthy of the fruits that are coming from the person that we came here to be, you know?
Yes. Ugh, I love this. So with your moving up, how are you preparing yourself mentally to transition from sort of being in a space where, you know, you sort of felt like you couldn't go out a lot, and have like a community where you want to even go out like that, to now like going to a city where it can be heavily influenced, in a negative way and in a good way, and you know, just the transition of that, you know, like how are you preparing yourself for that?
I feel like, honestly, bitch, I feel like I'm ready.
Okay.
I feel like I'm ready because I did all of the heavy lifting already, you know? Like, I did, like, the whole isolation season shit. I
Yeah.
did the therapy shit. Like, a bitch was in isolation for damn near 7 years. Like, you know
My
what I'm
girl,
saying? Like, it's time to pop out and show niggas. Like, huh?
uh,
Huh?
go ahead. I'm sorry.
But, yeah, like, and on top of that, like, I'm cool with doing shit on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be out with a whole entourage
Yeah.
of people to feel comfortable in any setting. Like, I can go into any setting and be who I am. You know what I'm saying? So it's like those type of things, like, they don't, like, me and Chris was having this conversation the other day. He was just like, I feel like the way that you are right now, if you keep this mindset, you're going to blossom when you get there. Like,
Yes. Yes.
and that's just one thing that I'm just like having to remember. I'm like, bitch, you got this. Like, you are a powerhouse. Not only are you a powerhouse, but you've learned how to not have to do the fucking most for other people to see that you can just exist, and people will see how powerful you are, you know?
Right.
And you did the work. You know how to do shit on your own. You know how to socialize. You understand the building blocks you for relationship building. Like, you're getting yourself in tune with that. It's, you ain't perfect in that area, but like, you getting yourself in tune with that. So it's like, and on top of that, you have a diagnosis, so you know the shit that you need to stay away from and what you need in your life to make you a better person. So it's like, when I say I'm extremely fucking ready, it could be any fucking big city, okay? And I would be ready for it, except for New York. I feel like New York is a little bit too big for you, girl. But you
Hey,
get what I'm saying.
you will still
Yeah.
dominate.
Huh?
I said you will still dominate.
Let's see, Tamara.
Yeah.
Thank
They
you.
not ready. I love that we're coordinating with the screen.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
bitch.
Like my twin,
Yeah,
the star.
it's giving wealthy.
Yeah. I love
Yeah,
the green. It's a
I
beautiful.
like your plant in the back.
Thank you. You know, I try to like set it up a little bit, give it a little vibe.
Yeah. Okay, so let's end this with a bang.
Okay. So the first one that I definitely say that has helped me is having my own space. And I
Mm,
know everyone can't like experience that in a way, because whatever your circumstances is, but if you can, I would encourage you. Even in this economy, I know it sounds crazy, but live on your own. Because you will, for one, appreciate the dollar more. Will, for one, appreciate solitude a lot more as well.
mm-hmm.
Um, and overall, it's just a beautiful feeling to have something to call your own, even if you're renting. You know, this is still something that you are maintaining for yourself, and that's something beautiful, and that's something that you should, you know, should be proud of.
Yeah.
Another thing that I would say is focus on not trying. Oh, well, we sort of spoke on that already, but the whole control thing.
Mm.
I'm big on that because I'm in a way a control freak, you know,
Right.
and I definitely feel like controlling things has consumed me in a way to where, again, just kind of just let things be, like let it be,
Yeah.
babe, let it be, shit. Because, honey, you can't control everything. So just allow things to flow naturally, and be okay with that, and learn from just being with that. And I don't know, I guess the last thing, just sustaining the whole work life, working, maintaining, your career, it is, but also taking time, just as much time, or if not more, to invest in yourself and investing in the people that you love too. I feel like a lot of people are on the way, like, I gotta cut everybody off. Like, zone in. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, sometimes you may need some time fully for self, but also show love and appreciation for the people who would never leave your side, and to implement them into your life too, and not just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, just work on the whole balance thing, for sure.
Yeah.
Those are like my top 3.
Okay. I love this one because I learned this from you. Give yourself grace. Girl. And I remember I used to be telling you, like, okay, we gotta stop giving ourselves grace, can't give ourselves too much grace. But honestly, you can never give yourself enough grace.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, who the fuck wanna keep being hard on themselves about shit that it's in the past, bitch.
Yes.
You can't keep rehashing it and being angry with yourself and being angry with people, because that's gonna like impede on you being able to move forward, and just giving yourself grace just to be able to. And I find myself doing this a lot more often, like just being in my head like, you didn't know.
Yes.
You didn't know. Like, you didn't know, and you can't beat yourself up for the fact that you didn't know, and you can't go back and change it, so you have to make peace with that, but realize that you didn't know.
Yes.
And now that you do know, you can make better decisions, but you didn't know. So relax. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I also feel like giving grace to yourself reflects on the outside, because you're able to, you know how they say, like, give yourself as much grace as you give like your friends and stuff like that. But I found like giving myself grace has allowed me to give my friends and like people in my life more grace, because for one, I know a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give myself that. I'm a very intelligent person. I have some type of internal intelligence that God gave me that just like is amazing. A lot of wisdom. And I have been able to recognize that, one, it took me a while to get here. Two, not everybody is here with it when it comes to internal wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And even not everybody is on the level that I'm on. And that's not like no cocky shit. That's just more so like I've just had many experiences in life that have allowed me to see a lot of shit. You get what I'm saying? So it allows me to give grace to other people that have not had those same experiences as me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you haven't seen the things that I've seen, and you just don't understand it, so I give you grace. Like, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, bitch, I ain't even mad at you. Like, you just don't know.
Oh,
Bitch,
man.
you just don't know. And it's like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? When you know better, you do better. And sometimes when you don't know shit, you can't do shit. Like,
Exactly. And what it is.
okay, period. Knowing when to speak up. Oh, this is tea, because
Ooh.
I just have always had trouble with, I don't know. I feel like I'm either speaking up too fucking much or not enough. So now,
Mm.
like, find that balance of like, okay, am I tripping? Do I need to speak up? Or like, like, when do I need to speak the fuck up?
Excuse me.
I'm really learning that now, because bitch like me used to fly off at the handles. um I was a damn trip. But I'm learning how to like balance all of that out, because I don't want to scare people away, but also I don't want to keep people in my life that don't fucking belong, and I don't want to just like suppress my emotions, because that shit is draining
Yeah.
as fuck. And how has comfort kept you stagnant? And then I'll tell you for me.
Ooh. Comfort has kept me stagnant. Just shit. I mean, because it just okay. So in ways like, in what ways have comfort kept me stagnant? Familiarity, being in situations, or just lack of like changing my habits too, like having the same type of like routine and habits that have kept me in the same space, like, and, and it's crazy because a lot of times we don't even notice that we are like living the same life each and every single day, year, and it got to a point where I realized last summer was looking like the summer before last, and that summer was looking, and that was looking for last, because the routine and habits that I was doing. So, yeah, I think just not being able to change my habits, like, has kept me very stagnant.
Yeah, I get you. You know what's crazy? I actually saw this lady on TikTok saying, I think she was like a psychic, and she said, I don't. She was like, I'm not able to predict the future because I'm a psychic. I'm able to predict the future because people don't change. And when you are so used to being in a certain cycle, like, you're going to be prone to doing the same shit over and over again, attracting the same people, having the same outcome for everything that you do because that's your cycle, And to caveat off of that, how comfort has kept me stagnant is like, my comfort zone used to be like a no new friends mentality. I didn't want to meet no new friends.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy because I always known that I needed to be able to network and like move around, but I just didn't know how because I was so comfortable like in what I already knew. Now it's like I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to get out more. I'm trying to like meet different people and see like where that takes me. Comfort zone. What else have I done? Girl, living in this damn city, girl. Comfortable as hell, but now I'm like, okay, I need to go out into the world and actually have a new experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think like that type of thing. But and even another thing with comfort, like perfectionism, how you talked about, like, I was very comfortable in perfectionism, and I just got to a point where I'm like, bitch, you look up a streaming thing, see how you can do a podcast on there, call your friends, call your people, like,
and we're gonna make
exactly. So when I had did the first podcast on this streaming site, I was like, okay, I don't even gotta wait no more. I can just start podcasting, and like we can go from there. And then when it's time for all of the things that I always saw my podcast being, it'll get there. I don't have to hyper fixate on that so much because that's keeping me from doing what I want to fucking do,
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I love this. Like, and
yeah, let me tell y'all something about Kyla. Kyla wants to say she loved this, and then it's gonna come in next week, and I'm gonna have to find a replacement for her ass because she's gonna be putting me on the back burner on play with me. So if you want to do this, bitch, we're gonna write out a contract, and then you gonna put your name on that dotted line because you have obligations to fulfill, and I'm not playing with you because you almost
pissed you off today, huh?
okay now.
I gonna be getting me together. Like, sometimes I be scared to tell this bitch, or she be getting me together. I'm scared, but I be like, I know I'm smell, but in a good way, and I be needing to hear that. Really be like, oh girl, like
yeah, you slacking. Come on, you fucking with my man me.
Yeah, you like my mug?
Yeah, what it say?
Oh,
it's just a smiley face. Oh, so cute. It's like a little chicken.
Yeah, it's like a little chicken. I don't know what it is. It's like a little blob.
That's cute. But okay, friend. I guess this is the end. Do you want to add anything before we go?
I just want to say, everyone, just Show yourself some love today. Be intentional. Allow yourself to feel your emotions wherever you may be in your life. Like, feel your emotions, but don't stay that for too long. Understand that you have the power. God has given you the power to make your own decisions, make your own choices, and yeah, love on somebody today. And yeah, live your best one, do your one too. And I said thank you for having me on the podcast.
Okay, period. You're so very welcome, and I can't wait to see you on another episode, girl. We're gonna kill again.
Yeah.
But yes, thank y'all so much for tuning into another episode of Honest Time for Alignment. Like, y'all, I'm a communications major, and I'm really trying to just get myself used to talking more on camera. I know I'm good with my words, but I want to learn how to just clean them up a little bit because I just feel I use a lot of likes, a lot of spaced out ass shit. And I really want to bring it all together, you know. So I feel like the more that I talk, like the more I practice, the more I'll be able to articulate myself better. But you know, I'm not afraid to be seen trying, and that's like what it is, okay? So thank y'all so much for tuning into another episode of On Assignment for Alignment with my bestie Kyla, and I will see you on the next episode. TTY.